Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moongate Readings. I am Erin-Lee. This will be a collective general reading that you have found in perfect timing. I do offer private readings. However, I will never reach out to you first. The link can be found below. Let's get started. I have pre-shuffled all of the decks to save time for us. However, I may shuffle as we go along. I read intuitively, and you're going to pick either 1, 2, or 3 that most resonates with you. And then at the end, I bring them all together for the collective reading. With that being said, this time we'll ask all of our angels, guides, and ascended masters to join us as we begin the reading. Okay, here we go. Oh, 2. All right. First 2 cards out, and they look so very similar. I'm going to hold they came together, but I'm going to hold them separately. Family. And then boundaries. See that? Boundaries and family. So family and boundaries. So, well, of course, setting clear limits, and being kind and firm with the things that you want to say, and of course, family. So let's see what that has to say. So the first row will be family and boundaries. That's coming up for you at this time. And then let's see, what do we have here? What do we have here for the second row? Well, you guys are getting 2 as well. Dreams coming true and body movement. Body movement. Dreams coming true. Okay, 2 cards there too. This is interesting. Double cards. Okay, and the last card will be the Thinker. Thinker. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's see what's going on here. I'm just going to take a sip. Okay. First cards out. I'm going to have to move these a little bit so that we can see them a little bit better here. Oh, well, that just dropped on the floor. Hopefully it's not too far away. I did get it. Okay. Family and boundaries. Family and boundaries. Okay. All right, let's get started here. Family and boundaries, please. Angels, guides, ascended masters. All right, first card out, King of Cups. Second card out, ooh, King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Wow, got a strong start there. So, very emotionally attached. Ooh, okay, what is going on? So we'll start with these 3. King of Cups. So this card is talking to me and saying to me that you do have your emotions in check. However, whatever this situation is emotionally charged. And it is with the physical family. It's not just, it's your, feels as though it's your immediate family. However, being both kings, and both strong-willed. So both you and your family are very strong-willed. Here's the 5 of Swords. Totally stressed out. Totally needs to face the music. Has the crows or ravens in the picture, meaning that a serious change needs to take place. Somebody has to look at their shadow of this. We're going to have to get some clarification on this. This is pretty intense reading about your boundaries. 4 of Swords. So This card is saying that you are really overthinking it. This card is saying that you don't want to think about it. You don't even want to deal with it. Feels like it's very hard to set boundaries with your family, or you have you have set such strong boundaries with your family that on the flip side of it is that basically you're just not taking it anymore. And temperance, there's a balance that has come into play with all of that for you, and that you're perfectly okay with it being the way it is. Being strong with those boundaries and staying with those boundaries is really, really important, um, to um, to keep you moving in the direction of you still being in the power, um, of being in your power. Sorry, being in your power. Um, I'd like to pull one more card on that, please, Spirit. Thank you. The moon. Okay. Okay. So, um, though we would like it to be different, we've set such strong boundaries, or we need to set strong boundaries. To me, it feels like you have. And though we dream of it being a different way, it's not going to be a different way. It's it's what it has to be this lifetime. Okay. Let's see. Moving on to dreams coming true and body movement. What do these have to do with each other? That's a very interesting combination. Dreams coming true, body movement. Dreams coming true and body movement. So first card out is Page of Swords, Two of Wands, next card out. Oh, two cards. Three of Wands and Ace of Wands. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. What is it that you really want to change? What is this idea that about that you want to change? So body move. You have to be the one to make the moves to make your dreams come true. So what is it? So this isn't about well, it is physical in a way because you have to move your body in order to do things or move your hands or whatever it is to make your dreams come true. Um, so what is the new idea? Two of Wands. Dig deep. Dig deep into yourself. And then you go right to the Three of Wands. So calling in your friends, calling in your tribe, getting together with people, getting ideas, talking it out. And then Ace of Wands, and then it'll just happen. It will just come to fruition. It'll just come to fruition. So you're not going to be doing this alone, that's for sure. So if you want to have your dreams come true, you have to make the movement on it. And you have to be the one to reach out. You have to be the one to step into that. All right, the last card is the Thinker. So it's the Thinker. That's the last card up here. This is the third pile. Let's see, what do we have for the Thinker? What do we have for the Thinker? First card out is the Empress. Okay, the Empress. She doesn't have to think about anything. The Empress knows what she wants. She knows what it's going to be. Seven of Wands, and Knight of Wands. Okay. The Empress knows. She knows. She doesn't have to think about it. Seven of Wands, you're fighting a battle that doesn't need to be fought. You're fighting something that's non-existent. And the Knight of Wands is you moving forward quickly out of this. And clarification on that one, please. The Sun. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So I guess the thinker came up because you're overthinking it, because you're having the battle within yourself. You don't need to have that battle. You don't need to have that battle. You're moving forward with your ideas and thoughts, even if you feel like you're being held back. Clearly, you're moving forward. The Sun is here to tell you that. So whatever that Debbie Dowder is, and I take that. Let me rephrase that. Whatever that doubter is, sorry to all the Debbies out there. Whatever that doubter is, tell he or she to just shush, be quiet. And now I'm looking at the whole spread here, and I see. So this doubt, if we come over here, this doubt comes from old beliefs. This comes from the old boundary. Well, the boundaries you had to set, but the old idea before the boundaries is what is trying to sneak in here. What your family used to say, what your family, their beliefs about you, about your future, about the things that you want to do. Maybe it's with a person, maybe it's with your job, maybe it's just the way you're living your life. That's trying to sneak in. That's what this is. That's what this is, what the shadow was over here. But you have your emotions in check. You have your ideas, they're clear. You know exactly what you're going to do. You've already started putting your ideas into play. They're moving along very nicely. I think the only thing, like I said, I'm going to get a clarification on that, but I think the only thing that's happening is that you're trying to go it alone. I think you're trying to go it alone. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. We'll go over here. Not that one. This one. I'm going back and forth because I'm getting a bunch of messages all at once. So I'm just two cards. Financially, you're holding on to something and you're worried. And we've got the Page of Swords again. If you're holding on too tightly to the old ideas, the new ideas cannot come in. You're holding on to the old ideas of what they thought, and then you set a boundary about it. The new ideas cannot come in. So we have to let go of that. And I feel like there's a part of you that's perfectly fine with that and doing that, yet there's a part of you that is still there's a little, it's like a whisper. It's just whispering to you in the background. Let's see. Transform. Okay. There's another one right there. Transform and positive mind. Positive-minded people. This card is coming up quite a bit. Um, so transforming, that's where you're at, but you have to be the one to do the transforming. You've already transformed, I feel like, but there's still this mindset that you've got to get other people around you. You've got to get these other people around you to help be more positive. Keep those positive mindset people around you so you can transform. I'm going to put these right up here. All right. Now let's call on the goddess that's going to help us, that we can call on when we feel like we're getting stuck. All right. There's two here. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. I want a clarification on that. And then Bridget, don't back down. That's our clarification. Stand up for what you believe in is right. So call on Mary Magdalene and Bridget when you start to doubt yourself and get into this little war over here. Because you are moving in the right direction. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. The only thing that's holding you back is holding on too tightly to the old ways and the old ideas that others have planted, the seeds that were planted that aren't yours. So that's what I have for you today. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.